So, Chain of Iron is here. This is gonna be my reading vlog for Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare, which is the second book in the Last Hours trilogy. Let's talk about the cover real quick before anything else. I hate insects. There's really the only insect that I can tolerate are ladybugs. So this cover is just, I like the color scheme, but this is really not for me. I read a recap last night of what happened in Chain of Gold because I read Chain of Gold last June and we're in March. And my brain doesn't work that well. So yeah, I hope I will remember enough to not miss anything. But to be honest, I've read 50 pages this morning, and like every time I go into a Cassandra Clare book, I didn't feel like I was missing like any references, because as I read, everything comes back to me, so I'm not too worried about that. Because I remember the most important thing, which is none of the characters were happy when we left them in book 1. James and Cordelia were in a fake marriage, which is, by the way, the plot of all plots. So I have really high expectations for this particular plot. Matthew was drunk and sad, which I think is his brand, so good for him. Alistair was kind of sad, I think. I think his brand is also to be sad but not drunk. Grace was annoying, and we know she's playing a game on James, we just don't know what. But also, knowing Cassandra Clare, she might make me like her. You know, like she did with Jessamine. What else? A Lightwood died, but I'm gonna be honest, I cannot remember who. I hope it's not important. I'm excited. I can't wait to see how much angst and pain will be in this book, because that's kind of like, I mean, every second book of Cassandra Clare's have been full of angst and pain. Like, Lord of Shadows? Come on. Sea of Ashes? I think I'm just gonna get into the actual reading part of this vlog, and yeah. Do I have any theories? No. Oh, no. Not really, kind of. I know I said in my previous vlog that I thought Jessie was, what did I say? Oh, I thought Jessie was the demon's anchor in the mortal world. But I actually can't remember, like, why did I think that? I don't know. I just know that I said it in my previous vlog, and that's it. Let's get into it. So I'm on page 128, and there was an Annabelle Blackthorne reference. I see you, Cassandra Clare. I see you. Also, I have thoughts, but it's like after midnight, so I will be sharing them tomorrow, I think. So this is my update on Chain of Iron, and yes, my voice is broken, but it's okay. I'm now on page 210, and okay, so the thought that I wanted to share last night, but was too tired to formulate, was that I knew Cassandra Clare was gonna give us some more backstory on Grace, and that this was gonna make me like her. So yeah, I called it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like her. I hope she doesn't pull a Jessamine on us and die, but anything's possible. What has happened? A lot. Murder, mostly. Wedding preparation that took like 100 pages, which I didn't see. Like, while I was reading it, it was like, it's not boring or anything, but when I reached the 100 pages mark, I was like, did we just spend 100 pages on a wedding? But other than that, it's really cool to be back into this world. The Merry Thieves are still super funny. My two complaints is, one, I want to see more of Alistair, because he's just all alone, and I think we should see more of him. And my second complaint is that we've been seeing a little bit more of Anna Lightwood so far, but the only time we get like a focused point of view on her, it's when she's with Ariane, and
I don't mind. Like they look very cute together, and I'm all here for the angst and everything. But I just wish we could see her like alone or doing something else. But I don't know. Maybe that's just because, like, I know there's so many characters, so it must be difficult to juggle between the different point of views and still give each character like a spotlight. But yeah, I hope we get to see more of Anna, which I think we will because she's hanging out more with the Merry Thieves and Cordelia, so and Lucy obviously. So yeah, I think we're gonna see more of her as a warrior and as a person rather than just a love interest, which I'm really excited for. What else? There was a mention, well, I said that in a previous clip, but there was a mention of Annabelle Blackthorn, and I was like, but yeah, other than that, there's a lot of pining, which I like. I like the relationship between James and Cordelia because you can clearly tell that they're friends they're lovers. Well, they're not lovers yet, but you can clearly tell that they were friends before, and like the conversation and the banter is really nice. I feel like everyone is worried about Matthew, and so am I, but I'm just like, James is like, we shouldn't talk to him about it because that's the wrong way to go with things. And I'm like, okay, but what do you plan on doing about your friends that is crumbling under your eyes? So far, I'm really enjoying it. I'm really flying through this book. It's just so much fun, but I kind of expected it. I always fly through Cassandra Clare's books. Like it's just the writing style and the characters and the world. I love everything. So yeah, I think that's it.
The way Annabelle's death is fucking up not one, but 2 generations of Shadowhunters. Good for her, she really showed them. Also, I'm at this part of the book where James thinks he's the monster. I'm having deja vu because I'm pretty sure I read this kind of plot somewhere else, and I'm not talking about King of Scars by Lee Bardugo. I'm pretty sure I read this somewhere, but I can't remember where. Yeah, otherwise I'm loving it. So I'm on page 301, and yes, it's the morning, my voice is almost gone. It's fine. And I found it really nice that we get to see Malcolm Fade and his search for Annabelle in this book. Like, I don't know, I just think, well, it's horrible because it's a tragedy, but I like that it's there. I don't know how to explain it, but I like this part. The scene when Malcolm Fade learns the truth about Annabelle was really, really heartbreaking and really sad and just, yeah. But yeah, what else? Oh yeah, Grace kissed James, and I'm thinking James will be all, I don't want to keep anything from Cordelia. So can't wait for that conversation. That I'm sure that will go very well. And Matthew told Cordelia his secret, which I thought it was such a good scene, and I like seeing their relationship develop, even though I'm rooting for James and Cordelia, so I'm hoping Matthew and Cordelia just stay friends. But yeah, we'll see. Oh, and James thinks he's the monster, which, like, that might be awkward. Wait, what if the monster that goes around at night killing people is Grace? Because the only 2 short point of views that we have in between chapters are hers and the killer. So what if she's the killer? Maybe not. Maybe she has enough on her plate, but you never know. Wait, no, I'm just dumb, because Cassandra Clare is using the pronoun he when she talks about the killer. Like, for example, the killer could move so swiftly now that Mundane did not see him. So I'm guessing it's a he? Or is she playing with us? Maybe both. Okay, I have another theory. So, Miss Highsmith, the one that is about to die, she says, but he was dead in his prime. His wife, she wept and wept. Is she talking about Benedict Lightwood? But I mean, was he really in his prime? Because he was a worm. So, I don't know. Who else died and left a wife behind? I'm back on my theory about, what was his name? Benedict Lightwood. What if it's his, who was it again? Who was Tatiana's husband? But what if it's him? Who was he again? I mean, I know it was a Blackthorn, but I can't remember his name. You know, another one of my favorite tropes is when two people who hate each other but actually love each other are stuck together in a room. Bonus point if it's at night. So, Tama and Alistair, I just really love them and I'm really excited for this particular part of the plot. You know what time is it? It's new theory time. What if Jesse is the killer? Also, I'm on page like 400 and something, and Grace and Christopher, okay, I dig it. I know they only had like 2 interactions so far, but I'm liking it very much. Just to clarify, today's the next day. I know I'm wearing the same cardigan than in the previous clips, but that's because I just wore the same cardigan today. Now that I've explained the cardigan situation, okay, hear me out. I think my theory of this morning about Jesse being the killer is right. They kissed so hard, the bracelet broke. And now he fainted, which is just... Oh man, things are going way too well. And we're on page 435, so... Things won't go to hell. I hope, though, that Thomas and Alistair will remain steady, because that scene was so sweet. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. You're telling me that Cordelia swore her loyalty to Lilith? What the fuck? When I wasn't totally wrong about the whole Jesse is the killer thing, because he's not really the killer, but he kind of is. Okay, look, Lucy, I love you, and I'm sure Jesse was a really great guy, but he's dead, and I don't want to be pessimistic, but he's not coming back. I mean, I think he isn't. Okay, so I have 50 pages left, but it's quite late, and I'm very tired, so I think I'm going to read those tomorrow, because I want to savor them, but it's just... everything is going wrong. The only thing that's going right is that James is no longer under Grace's control. But other than that, everything is... yeah. So I finally finished Chain of Iron. I took some notes, but my notes are pretty much just me screaming into the void. So the first thing first, let's just give it up for Cassandra Clare, who waited for the last 3 chapters before breaking up every single one of the couples in this book, in this trilogy even. Yeah, we just love that. I feel those, like, the relationship between Anna and Ariane, the way it ended so badly, I think it was necessary because, I think that was necessary. I think they will get back together. I hope they will get back together. But I think it was necessary here for Ariane to be like, okay, this isn't working. Thomas and Alistair? Why? Why? They didn't have to break up. I mean, they didn't have to... Yeah, this one broke my heart. And Grace, James, and Matthew, like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? Just when you think that everything might go right, it all goes wrong. So briefly, I'm gonna say a few things about the relationships again before I talk about the actual plot. I can't believe Cordelia is fleeing to Paris. Like, Blair Waldorf did it first. But, yeah, good for her. I mean, maybe not good for her. I mean, I'm happy that she will see Paris. But I can't believe they left James. And
I feel a bit iffy about what Matthew did, because I mean, obviously he didn't know that James was in love with Cordelia, but still, I feel like that was a bit meh. But yeah, other than that, no one is happy. I should have seen that coming, but yeah, still, it hurts. I mean, no one is happy. Jessie and Lucy might be happy. I mean, I hope she's alive, because if she's dead, oh my god, no, she can't, no, I'm pretty sure she's not dead. But that's insane that she brought Jessie back to life. That's just... Also, on the topic of Jesse, I was right about him being the anchor. I can't believe I called that in, like, when I read the first book. I was like, maybe he's the anchor. I feel so satisfied. I feel so smart. Tatiana is just a bitch, but that's... Yeah, we kind of saw that coming. Why? What did she give the demon again? I mean, the Prince of Hell again? The key to the Iron Tomes. Well, I don't know what she's gonna do with that, but I'm pretty sure it's not good. I don't have anything to add. I enjoyed it a lot. I give it 5 stars, obviously. It was such a fun read, and I always love Cassandra Clare's writing, and in this book, I mean in this trilogy particularly, I think I mentioned that when I read the first book, she created so many different characters that are like they're so different from each other. I mean, you would think that after writing like so many books in the same word, it would get repetitive, but it really doesn't. I feel like each character is incredibly complex and different in their own ways. Also, I can't believe I was also right about like Tatiana's husband. Like when the woman who died said, but he died, his wife, she wept and wept. I was right. She thought it was Tatiana's husband. Wait, what if the monster that goes around at night killing people is Grace? Is she talking about Benedict Lightwood? What if Jesse is the killer? But yeah, I have no theory for the next one. It's not even like last time I was like, maybe he's the anchor, and I was right. I have no idea what's gonna happen in the next book. I mean, I'm hoping communication would be nice between the characters. I hope Matthew and James will... I mean, they're not mad at each other, but yeah, I want their relationships to be... I don't know what I want, but I want something from the two of them. Now, you know what? I'm gonna stick with my first answer. I just want communication from all of those characters. I want them to tell the truth, because honestly, if you think about it, we're in this mess because no one tells each other anything. So, yeah. I mean, they do tell each other things, but we need more of that. We need more communication. Also, I'm still on the James and Cordelia shipping train. I definitely do not ship. I definitely did not ship Matthew and Cordelia. When he was professing his love to her, I was like, can you not? Sorry. Communication would be nice between the characters. I mean, I feel like she answered like pretty well, but then there was this sentence that kind of threw me off. That she always wanted 3 things, and one of them was to be loved, and she would not like toss it away so quickly. And I was like, no, let's not do that. I'm really excited for the next book. This is a really strong trilogy. I already love this trilogy more than The Infinite Devices. I definitely like this one better. Also, and I'm gonna finish on that, I'm definitely rooting for Christopher and Grace. I know we didn't see a lot of those two together, but I can feel it. I'm rooting for them. And final thing, I like the way Cassandra Clare developed Grace's character. I like her much more now, which I predicted it. I told it. I said she was gonna make me like her, and she did it. I like Grace now. If you made it this far, what the fuck? If you've read Jane of Iron, please let me know your thoughts, because I feel like I don't know what I think, or I know what I think, but I'm just... yeah. I'm really excited about this trilogy, and I'm really excited for the next book, but I'm gonna have to wait a year for it. Oh yeah, and final thing, what did a moth mean? Like, did it have a particular meaning in the book? Because Or is it just because I hate insects? And I was just like, please give it a meaning so it's not just there to bother me. If someone knows, please share it.